Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you love to watch more cheating stories. If you want to know how to get back your ex-girlfriend and boyfriend, click the link below.
3 days ago, someone I loved with all of my heart for 10 years told me she cheated that night, and then left me. Hi everyone. This post is going to be very long, because I want to go into very specific detail about what I'm going through and how I felt while my life fell apart. I've been journaling my thoughts the past few days and I'm taking a lot of that into this. I will include a TL doctor because I know it is going to be a ridiculous amount that some won't want to read through, but I need to get so much off my chest right now. I'm struggling more than I ever knew I could. I didn't even know what the word infidelity meant a few days ago. 3 nights ago my wife came home late from work, which had been happening a bit lately. Her and I both shared a lot of mental health issues, and one of her ways of coping was going for drives or walks. We would often do things like this together. I saw how it helped her. Lately she had been going to clear her head more often, after stressful days of work and school. We are both in post-secondary now, as well as working. I trusted her so much that I never once worried about her late nights. We had such good communication for nearly 10 years, we hardly ever had any roadblocks, and anytime an issue arose, no matter how big and difficult, we always worked it out together. Things never ever resorted to pointless arguments or shouting matches, we always listened and spoke freely to each other. It felt like the perfect match, and I was fully committed to spending the rest of my life with her. I really thought she felt the same way. She met a new friend a bit over a month ago, at a gym she started going to. She was so happy with being able to stick to her commitment of working out and getting healthy, and I was so happy for her. After a little bit of time going to the gym, she mentioned a friend she had made to me, and told me about some things they had in common and how it was nice to talk to someone about stuff that she and I don't have in common. We had a ton in common, so much, that was part of what brought us together, so many common interests and opinions. This friend though was really into anime specifically, which she had gotten big into, and I wasn't really interested in. I thought, that's great, you have someone to talk to about some interests. I trusted her completely. We are allowed to have friends. Humans are allowed to have friends. We were both so busy with work and school as of late. I tried to support her while she struggled, and she still tried to support me when I struggled. Even just days before everything fell apart, she was there for me. 3 nights ago she got home late after work. She had let me know towards the end of her day that she was having a rough day and was going to go for a little drive and enjoy the outdoors a bit on her way home. I said that's great, have a good time and I hope you feel better. But the next thing I knew, it was much later than she would usually be out, and the first negative thoughts I had ever really had about trust crept in. I texted her if she was alright. The weather took a bit of a turn and I went into a little bit of a panic that maybe she was in an accident or something like that. She didn't reply for a while, which made me feel much worse and started getting more worried. Maybe 30 minutes or so after my text, if she was okay and that it had been much longer than I expected that she was out, she replied something along the lines of, yes I'm okay, sorry I'll be home soon just looking at the water. Then another more time passed. I texted again, she replied with, just getting gas, be home soon, and then even more time passed. At this point I knew my texts weren't important to her, and really worried something may have been happening. But then she got home, and for some reason I just felt fine. I somehow instantly reassured myself that everything was fine. She greeted me, we talked for a little bit and she said she was going to take a quick shower, then we could lay down and watch a movie together or something if I'd like. I said sure, and that was the plan. But when she came out of the shower and went to the room, I saw a look on her face that I had never quite seen before. I think the feeling in my body that something was horribly wrong at that moment will never leave me. It was haunting. I asked her what was wrong a few times and she sat down next to me, clearly struggling to compose herself. She started to get emotional and I started to panic. I told her to please try to talk to me, you're making me very nervous. And she did. It's not you. I kissed someone else tonight. I never got mad, we never argued, I was just so unbelievably broken and confused. I asked her what went wrong, what happened, why couldn't we have tried to work things out or at least communicate what wasn't working before it came to this? She had no real answers for me, just a lot of confusion and sadness. She said I just felt like a friend now, things just felt different and she felt no connection to me in that way anymore. We talked for 4 or so hours. At this point I was just trying to fix things, trying to understand if whatever was wrong was something we could figure out together. I loved this woman more than anyone else in my life, and would do virtually anything in my power for her, and for 10 years it really seemed and felt like she would do the same for me, time and time again. We felt like the perfect match. We stayed in different rooms that night. She told me to stay in the bedroom and she would go to another room so I could be more comfortable. She continued to act like she cared so much about me, and that she even still loved me, but not as a partner, as a friend. But that makes no sense. I didn't accept that. If she still loved me, she wouldn't have been unfaithful. We talked a bit in the morning. She said she was going to go to her mom's for a bit, to take a break away, she said. I knew deep down that made little sense. She had a new friend, a new man in her life. That's what this break is for. She left, and took our dog. The dog was always both of ours but more attached to her. She was the better dog owner too and just simply more of a dog person. I knew right away that the dog should go with her for its sake. But now I lose my best pal too. We were trying to make the dog thing work. She said I can see him whenever I want and take him to my place for days, nights if I'd like. She said he will miss me so much and should still be able to see me. I thought, okay, this will have to work. But after a few days, today told her that there is no way that will work. I can't see you anymore at all, even while you're dropping off a dog. I feel like I need to remove everything from my life with her, from my life completely. Including my best little buddy. That basically takes me to where I am today. The first day I was shattered. Sadder than I've ever been and confused. Yesterday, I was horribly sad again, but anger her being unfaithful finally began to creep in. Today, I've already had a mix of both. It's about 9 a.m. where I am. I've been up for about 4 hours. Have gotten about 7 to 8 hours of sleep over the last 3 nights combined. I'm worried my brain isn't working right simply because of exhaustion, but the hardest time for me is night, when I'm in bed with my thoughts. I constantly stop myself from falling asleep with little panic attacks like everything is happening from the start again. I am so unbelievably broken, I cannot even fathom how sad I am and I have no idea what to do. I have reached out to everyone close to me and am trying to figure this out with help. I've talked to my parents, who I'm unfortunately not very close with, but they have been helpful still and there for me. I contacted a therapist the day after it happened, and have another meet with them next week. I've talked to some other relatives and reached out to a few friends, and they have all been helpful and are hurt and shocked by everything too. One of her friends reached out to me, basically in disbelief of what has happened. She doesn't understand how it happened and had no indications that something like this was coming. It just seems completely out of character to her, just like it did to me and my close family who knew my wife well. That is what is hurting me the most today. I just don't understand how this happened. This is not her. We knew each other better than anyone else did, or at least that's what I felt for 10 years. I think that's all I've got to say right now, if anyone made it this far. Thank you so much for reading what's going on in my life and please comment about your experiences or advice. I really need help. I don't know how to deal with this battle at all. TLDR. Wife told me she had been unfaithful, and then left me. We had a seemingly perfect relationship for 10 years. I am still so deeply in love with her. I didn't see it coming at all until the day of. Everything was so sudden and unexpected to everyone who knows her and I. Nothing makes sense and I'm completely lost. Update 1. First off, thank you so much for all of the advice and input. I really appreciate it so much. Hearing from other people is so helpful. Secondly, I have completely come to grips with the fact that she certainly did not just kiss one time the night of. I know that isn't realistically how this happened at all, and it just makes it hurt worse, but in a different way I guess. I should have known the whole time, but the anger is just so twisted with love for who I thought she was. I have began the process of getting the divorce organized, as well as getting my own bank account and things switched over. Again, thanks so much everyone. Update 2. It's around 10 p.m. where I am. Ideally I will get some sleep soon. Today was mostly me just getting her shit out of my space. She will be picking it all up tomorrow afternoon. I hope that is the final time I ever see her and I can begin to truly move past all of this. I also spoke to a few family members and friends today. I'm working on getting the divorce started. Hopefully I can really dig into that tomorrow, and I have a couple other appointments made for next week about various things I need to deal with ASAP. I know it will be a very long, uphill battle with constant highs and lows. Today was okay overall, in comparison to the first 2 days especially. A lot of sadness like the first 2 days, but more anger and focus on what I need to do next and what she has done to me. I still have feelings for her. That will take me some time I think, but I am beginning to understand that the woman I have feelings for doesn't even exist anymore. I'm dealing with a stranger in disguise. This thread made a very positive impact on me today, so thank you everyone who showed their support. I will again update tomorrow. Update 3. An absolute rollercoaster of emotions. It's only been 5 days and I've felt it hard a few times. Sadness, rage, more sadness, and now these past few hours almost a peace of mind? Overall, today was a good day for me. I woke up ridiculously early like usual, in a panic and a disbelief of what had happened. The first few hours were very, very difficult. I did nothing, just stared at my wall for what felt like an eternity. Today was the day she would finally come and gather her things. I saw her face to face for the last time, we spoke for a bit and I got the closure that I needed. I asked some questions, told her some things I needed to say, and that was it. Did she respond with the truth? Who knows, who even cares, that's not what this was about. She isn't the same person I once knew, so I could never know. This was about me closing this chapter of my life and trying to begin the next. While she moved, I went to visit some family and it was incredible. Both family members I was visiting have gone through very similar experiences, far more than I, and had so much to offer for me. They also have the most sweet dog. She must sense pain because the whole visit she was trying to make me feel good. It worked. An absolute sweetheart. I've been back home for a few hours now, in a pretty empty space, but it is my new space and it is wonderful and exciting. I am so glad I don't have to look at her things anymore. I am at peace for now. I have actually eaten full meals today and drank a ton of water. Maybe I'll even get some sleep tonight. I will be returning to work tomorrow. Tomorrow may suck, it likely will. But now I know this ride is not only going to be horrible moments. Today had okay moments, and even brief good moments, where life felt normal again. Everything will be okay. The next time I have something to add I will likely start a new thread and link this one. This is getting too long. Thanks everyone for all the comments and direct messages. You have all helped me so much with your advice and perspective. Update 4. IDK, if anyone cares about these updates, I might just be doing them for me. Anyways, today sucked. Bad. Nothing but sadness, jealousy, and missing her so much. Fucking hell. Let's hear now the best comments of the story. She took a shower because she slept with him. Married grown-ups don't sneak off with another person for 3+ hours to kiss. They got it in. They probably discussed her telling you when she got home. When you texted he probably said, "Let me finish," so it took another 2 hours. Sorry, but you seem to be going at this like there is a problem you can fix and it isn't. She felt her privates twitch when she saw this guy and decided to trade you in. There is no fixing that. The one thing you can't be is someone else. Cut her loose. What she did is disrespectful in so many ways. She couldn't tell you first. Notepad to cheat. She is an awful person. Good luck. That she lied, gaslit, deceived, betrayed just in the one night she actually admitted to cheating. Telling him she is looking at the water, but she wasn't, she was with another man. Not her husband, that is why she is awful. She could have just told him, before the cheating. This is why she is awful. I myself married 24 years 9 divorced. Being betrayed and lied to is awful. It's not subjective, it is empirical. She is an awful person. Plain and simple. Not because she fell in love with someone else. No, that sucks but it happens. It's how you treat the other person that makes it awful. The cowardly lying, allowing themselves the grace to adjust to the new reality and then they spring it on you. And you're just supposed to take it. Why? The million little decisions she made every day to lie, deceive and betray that make her an awful person, not him. And not me. She did it. The woman you loved went away the day she became emotionally, physically involved with someone else. She chose them for no apparent reason and it sucks. I'm sorry, man. Contact a divorce lawyer and get your financials in order. Maybe reconciliation can be on the table, but you need to protect yourself now. Until she takes substantive steps to seek forgiveness, don't even be her friend. Go no contact and let her feel the price of her decision. You are the prize. Don't be friend-zoned while she chases the physical with someone else. Edit. Probably more than just a kiss and not the first night. Truth trickling. Sorry that this happened to you. Reach out to your support system, family or friends. Don't be alone. This incident just hit you, you are still shocked and stunned. Once you are collected, think through what need to be done. Lawyer, therapy, etc. Right now you will HV to absorb the shock. Look after yourself, eat and get sleep. Stabilize your mind and take healing steps. Get an STD test, talk to a divorce lawyer. It's hard, but focus on the anger over your sadness. What she did to you is so shitty. Serve her with divorce papers. Move on. Maybe she'll crawl back, but you can't cling to that hope, for your own mental health's sake. And she won't respect you if you're a doormat, and you also will have tons of resentment if you just take her back willy-nilly. She definitely fucked him. Sorry. I'm so sorry my friend, but your marriage is over. She is not the same wife who you loved and married long back ago. Look after yourself. Close this chapter of your life and open a new one with someone who will love and respect you. Don't you take her back. You deserve better than a cheating wife. Divorce her and don't you look back. Hit the gym, go out with your friends and make a new one. Say it's a new life, a new me. Sorry that you have had to experience the ultimate betrayal that one person can inflict on another. What makes it worse is, this was done by the one person that you should have been able to trust. Understand that this was not your fault, this is all on her. This was not a mistake, or an accident. She literally made hundreds of deliberate decisions to talk with this guy, communicate with him, be available for him, dress for him, start a serious relationship, plan time to be with him, and eventually fuck him. And yes, you can be sure that it was more than a kiss. This was not a junior high crush, adults fuck, and that is what she did. Along the line, she lied to you, deceived you, broke her wedding vows, betrayed you, destroyed your marriage, broke your trust, and destroyed your happiness. She did this all willingly and deliberately. This is not something that you can recover from. You must take care of yourself from now on. Go absolute no contact with her. Hire a lawyer ASAP, get your finances separate today. Separate your bank accounts, remove her from any joint accounts, remove her from any insurance you may have, remove her from any retirement plans you may have. Make whatever moves that your lawyer advises, and do it right now. You must put yourself first. Understanding and accepting that your marriage is over is the first step to healing. Yes, this all sucks, and will probably get worse before it gets better. However, over time it does get better. It is very difficult to go through this alone. Do you have a close family member or friend that you can talk to? If not, find a therapist, counselor, life coach, pastor, find someone that you can talk to. Then get your story out, tell your family, her family, and your friends what she has done. Never cover up for a cheater, they do not deserve it, and if they never suffer the consequences of their actions, they never stop. When people ask questions, tell the truth. If her affair partner has a wife or significant other, tell her. If they are coworkers, advise their work. If you don't get your story out first, she will have a very different story, and you will be the bad guy. Get up and get yourself moving, you have a lot to do. Try to take care of yourself. Reach out to a friend. There are lots of helpful reading materials on coping. Try to get into a therapist for support too. Sorry this happened to you. You will grieve and cry and it is normal. Remember this feeling that you are having right now. It will be useful when she realizes that the app doesn't really want a relationship, only the sex. When she comes back you must decide if you want to go through this when she does it again. Sorry you are going through this, stay strong. Well, my friend, I'm so sorry. The truth of the female nature in relationships is that they are very calculating about relationships. Surely there were many red flags that you did not see for being so in love. I guarantee you, she's been cooking this for a while now, probably years. When she tells you that you are just a friend, it's because you really were just that for her. A support in her need, but there was never any sexual desire, nor did she see you as a desirable man. You were just a partner, and that's what modern relationships tend to be and what people don't understand. One thing is the love and sexual relationship, and the other is the attachment to a person with whom you have a life together. This new man and his actual sexual and romantic partner, which she is attracted to. Mental illnesses are just excuses. She will surely go with him, and they will have a family, which she apparently didn't do with you. She no longer feels attached to you. For her, you already fulfilled your function, which was basically to serve as emotional support. Now you begin the divorce paperwork and continue with your process of overcoming and healing. This will leave a scar on you, like all problems in life in general, but it will help you to be a wiser and more knowledgeable man on the subject. I wish you good luck and many blessings. May the Eternal give you strength. Therapy, stay with friends, stay away from the guns and the bottle. I am no psychologist, but upon seeing this there is a chance that your wife has an undiagnosed BPD. The way she instantly left surprises me. A lot of wayward spouses usually drag this out up until the courts. It's either that or she is starting to show who she really is and you never knew the real her. I do have a feeling she will come crawling back after seeing that the grass is not greener on the other side. Whether you choose reconciliation or not is your choice. At this point what you do should not be about her, but it should be about you. Thank you for watching. Let me know what is your perspective of the story. Please don't forget to subscribe.